Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's kind of an odd day for me to be going live. I do know that. If you are jumping in, make sure that you say hello in the comments. Let me know that you're here and give me a thumbs up, as well as I would love if you shared the video. We are going to continue our little new product kickoff using our Peaceful Dock product. This is an online exclusive that came out, and there are lots of fun goodies that are out there in our online exclusives, as well as our new mini catalog, which has some amazing stuff in it. If you have been looking for some masculine things, there is some really good paper and embellishments that are great for that. This would be a good set, as well as there is this set right here that is great for some masculine cards. That would work really well for women too, though. And also right now, don't forget that you can earn bonus days from starting yesterday all the way to February the 2nd. You can get in on earning $5 for every $50 purchase that you have. And that is, you have to spend it. So that means that is after any rewards that you apply, and after or before tax and shipping. So just know that. Don't forget that the Greenery Lane Simply Creative Club is still available to purchase. You have until, well, it didn't put the date there, but it's January the 16th. You have till then. So January the 16th, you have to get in on this, and it uses the paper we've been using to create with the Peaceful Dock, and it is truly a magnificent bundle. So if you haven't taken a look at that one, it's a good one for sure. The other thing is, don't forget about the paper share. That's all the new pretty paper that's in the catalog, as well as the online exclusive. You can get it all for $72. That is just a sampling of all of it, so you can kind of figure out what it is that you want. And I think that is it for now. So we're just going to dive right on in and create our first project for today. So again, it's the Peaceful Docks bundle. It comes with these gorgeous dies. We're actually not using the dies tonight. We are going to be just focusing on the stamp set. So this is going to be our first card here. Don't forget that when you do purchase this week, you will have the opportunity to get the make and takes for all 6 cards that we've created mailed directly to you, as well as there's a full PDF that will be emailed to you as well. All right, so let's get started. This one's going to be a little bit of a fun fold, and we're going to do a little bit of cutting and scoring. So I'm going to grab my cutter, which is just right behind me. And we're going to do the bottom because that's kind of where I go. I'm a lefty, so it's easier for me to usually look down here. Although I think maybe some of the right-handed people do that as well. So I don't know. Anyway, all right, so we are going to cut off. So we've cut the arch dies, and we are going to actually cut off 3/4, and you want to do the flat side. Line it up with the 3/4. And then just chop it off, okay? That's all you're going to do to it. Now, move that cutting blade, pull in your score blade, line it up with 3/4, and you're going to give it a good score, okay? All right. Then we are going to fold on that score line, give it a good burnish, just like that. We're going to take and put some liquid glue on that little piece. This is just on that 3/4 piece. If I can get the ink to come out, let me see if I can get the little glue bees out. I can see it starting to come. There we go. All right. there is our liquid glue. And we are going to line it up a little bit higher than center. So you don't want quite the center. So you're going to move it just up slightly. And then we're just going to line it up with the edge on both sides. And then we're just going to press it down. Just make sure it gets nice and adhered. You can even open up and rub it there. Okay? All right, so that is going to be there. Now, we're going to take a white piece. It's the normal size for the inside. We are going to take our pecan pie. We are going to ink up our paddle. And we are going to stamp it at an angle about like that. All right. Then we're going to adhere it to our card base, to the inside. So we're going to grab our adhesive. And I typically only do the 2 sides when I put inside, but because this one's a fun fold, we're going to do all 4. And then this is going to go closer to our edge than we typically do. So it's going to go right about there, like that. And then you're going to notice when you close it, you can see your little paddle at the bottom. You can see on here, I didn't quite put it up high enough. I thought I did, but I did not. So, and I did, because I took pictures of it, I did put a glue dot on the back of it. So, but anyway, so you want that little paddle to show down there at the bottom. All right, then we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to add it to our card front as well. And there will be a blog post that will come out that will have all of the pictures. It won't have the measurements like I typically do, but that's because if you purchase, you will get the full tutorial on it. So you're only going to get the just the pictures. So you can, we're all crafters, we could probably figure it out, right? Probably. But anyway, so you won't get the full tutorial, but you will get an actual blog post that'll just have all the pictures in there for you. Okay. All right. Now let's do our stamping. We are going to stamp our boat, not boat, our canoe. We're going to stamp our canoe in pecan pie. So ink it up really good. And we're going to put it right about here, and we're going to kind of do it at an angle. I'm just going to push down on it good. All right. And then we are going to stamp our sentiment in Balmy Blue. And it's going to be Time to Relax. We're going to stamp it right about here. There we go. I think it might be a little crooked, but it'll be all right. And then we're going to take some Balmy Blue ink with our little ripples. And we're going to do a ripple there. And we're going to do a ripple there. All right. And then I'm going to close this up so I don't get ink all over myself. I'm pretty good at doing that. Then I'm going to take a blending brush. Now I've already got a bunch of Balmy Blue on it, so I'm not going to re-ink it. But I am going to grab a little piece of grid paper, and I am just going to run my Balmy Blue along the edge of our piece here. All right, and then that's just making the water at the bottom. Okay. Now I am going to take and adhere this to our card front. Even though this is a fun fold, it is very simple. And then we're going to line it up so that it has a little bit of a border all the way around it. There we go. And this would be a good, very good masculine card. No ribbon at all on it, so yay. All right, and then let's add our embellishments. All right, so we're gonna do one here, and then there, and then we're gonna do another one right here. All right, so there is card number 1. I'll move all these products right out the way. Okay, then let's move on to card number 2, which is this one right here. We are going to use, this is called Natural Hues specialty paper. It almost looks like an old, if you've ever been to a paper mill, when paper is kind of starting to get, I guess, adhered together in order to make like the copy paper and cardstock and all that we use, it almost kind of looks like that to me. It's got a very historic, antique look to it, in my opinion. So we are going to take our card base and we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to take our linen thread. I have used so much linen thread lately that I have had to buy 3 new packs of it so that I don't run out. And I'm hoping that I don't run out before it gets here. So, all right, I'm going to just make sure I've got enough of a bow over here. And then we're going to wrap it around 3 times. Yep. And then we're going to tie it. We're going to tie it over here on our right side. Like that. We're going to pull that in just a touch. Okay, and then we're going to cut just a little bit off that side. And then we're going to trim it on that side. All right, and then we're going to flip it over. We're going to put dimensionals on the back. And once we do that, we will put it onto our card base, and then we'll start our stamping. This is actually a really good masculine card too, even though it has the bow. You could always take, instead of doing the bow, and just tie a knot. That's perfectly fine too. All right, so we're gonna take and adhere this right down. There we go. All right, and then we've got our piece. Now, this piece of paper is cut, it's slightly smaller on one side than it is on the other. So what I wanna do is make sure that I get it on the right side. And this is the shorter side. So we're gonna make sure that we're stamping this way, okay? First thing we're gonna do is stamp our sentiment. Sending happiness. Oop, that did not ink up the bottom of the P. We need that. All right, so sending happiness. Ooh, I don't know why I was trying to close that, because I don't need to close it yet. I need to stamp my boat. And we're going to clean it first from the pecan pie. And then we're going to stamp it with our early espresso. All right, so then that's going to go right about there. I'm going to press down on it, give it a good ink to paper, and hope I didn't just make it pop. Nope, okay, good. All right, then I'm going to take and clean my large ripple. There's a large and a small in the set. we're going to take Pool Party. Oh, I'm struggling with getting them open today. And we're going to stamp it right there. And then we're going to stamp it again right about there. Okay. Then we're going to take the little ripple and we're going to kind of put it back here on the back of the boat. The back of the canoe. All right. So then we've got that. Now we're going to pull in our grid paper again. Oh, here it is. I moved it over here. We're going to take that Pool Party that I keep closing up the ink pads. I guess that's a good thing, maybe. All right, then we're going to ink up down here. We're just gonna rub it. Make sure we've got it good and inked up so it looks like water. That's more of like your ocean water. And this is kind of more of like your, well, no, probably not lake either. It would be like the crystal clear ocean, I guess. This is more of what like our Myrtle Beach oceans look like. They're kind of greeny brown water. Okay, then we're going to flip this over. And we are going to adhere to our card front. And we're going to do it underneath the linen thread. So it's going to be toward the bottom. It's going to be down here. Like that. Perfect. And then we're going to take our embellishments and we're going to take large ones and they're all going to be in the corner. And just trying to kind of put them in a direction. All right, and then, yep, and then there we go. All right, there is card number 2. Now I do have one more project that I do have that I will show you guys. It'll just be a quick little video that is recorded and then uploaded again because I feel like, you know, you can't just be done with 6 projects, right? You got to have a 7th one. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this new product kickoff. I've really enjoyed it. I hope that so far you have liked all the projects. Here are our other ones that we have created. I'm going to stick this one. Let's see. We'll put that one there. And then we've got that one. And oh, there's that one. And then there is that one and that one. So with one more, it'll be one more little stock down there and I'll get that posted for you guys later. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.